Ciao, everyone, and welcome to Monday, May 20th, 2024. I'm Joe Pratt, keeping you informed of what's happening in the world. Happy birthday to those of you born on this date. You share a birthday with Charles Cranny, Dolly Madison, John Stuart Mill, James Stewart, Moshe Dayan, Joe Cocker, and Cher. The big story today is the death of Iran's president in a helicopter crash. Ibrahim Raisi died along with the foreign minister. There were questions that perhaps this was an assassination because both men were killed in the same helicopter, but the early reports are that it was unlikely because the weather was bad, extremely foggy, with very little visibility. Also, in Iran's government, the president is chosen by the vote of the people, but he is not the supreme leader. The supreme leader is a religious leader that is over the republic to make sure it complies with Islamic law. So the bottom line is Iran will likely not change any of its policies or attitudes in the near future. Ed Dwight became the oldest astronaut in history when he rocketed into space aboard Jeff Bezos' rocket company yesterday. Dwight is 90 years old. He was a candidate to possibly become one of the first astronauts in the moon program, but he wasn't selected as a final candidate. So Ed Dwight became the oldest astronaut ever, just 2 months older than William Shatner was when he went up in 2021. In sports, winning the PGA golf tournament this weekend was Xander Schauffele. This is Schauffele's first major championship. He was number 3 in the world and won this tournament at the Valhalla Golf Club. In the NBA playoffs this weekend, number 1 seed Oklahoma City is out after losing by 1 point to the Dallas Mavericks. They lost that series 4-2. The Pacers beat the Knicks by 21 on the road, no less, and set a record in the process. It was the highest shooting percentage by a team in the playoffs ever, 67%. That closed out the series with the Knicks being eliminated 4-3, and the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Denver Nuggets by 8 to win their series 4-3. Minnesota set a record also by overcoming the largest deficit at halftime in a Game 7, with 20 points down. And in Formula One racing, Max Verstappen won again at the Italian Grand Prix, labeled the Emilia-Romagna. Verstappen won over Lando Norris, who is about a half second behind, very close. Also, Charles Leclerc took third, almost 8 seconds behind. In entertainment, Kevin Costner got a little teary-eyed at the Cannes Film Festival when he was given a standing ovation for his involvement as director, producer, writer, and star of the film Horizon, an American saga. The crowd clapped for between 7 and 11 minutes. Costner said at the end, "I'm sorry you had to clap that long for me to understand that I should speak." 5 of Costner's 7 kids were also in the movie. According to Billboard magazine, only 11 artists in history have had 10 or more number 1 songs. So here are the 11 artists in order. 10th place is a tie with Stevie Wonder, who is the youngest to ever have a number 1 hit at 13 years old, and Janet Jackson, both with 10 number 1 songs. Number 9 is Whitney Houston with 11 number 1s. Taylor Swift, Madonna, and the Supremes are tied for 6th place with 12 number 1s. 4th is a tie with Michael Jackson and Drake with 13. 3rd is Rihanna with 14 number 1s. 2nd is Mariah Carey with 19. And, of course, number 1 is the Beatles with 20 number 1 songs. But if you add in what Paul McCartney did as a solo artist and as a Beatle, he has 29 number 1s. In religion, today's quote of the day comes from the New Testament of the Bible, Luke 5:30-32. Quote, "But their scribes and Pharisees murmured against his disciples, saying, 'Why do ye eat and drink with publicans and sinners?' And Jesus answering said unto them, They that are whole need not a physician, but they that are sick. I came not to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance." Unquote. In science, a new type of ultraviolet light kills about 98% of airborne microbes. This technology, called far UVC light, can kill bacteria, fungi, and viruses, including COVID, without causing damage to the skin. In experiments, it took about 5 minutes to reduce the level of indoor airborne bacteria by 98%. Traditional UVC light kills bacteria and viruses, but it also damages the human skin, whereas this far UVC light apparently doesn't do damage to the human skin. And a revolutionary new way to take salt out of salt water, to desalinate as it's called, uses solar power and makes it a really inexpensive way of making drinking water from the sea. This innovative device is as big as a briefcase and provides 4 to 6 liters of clean water per hour. A sign on the side of the road reads, "To the thief who took my antidepressants, I hope you're happy." Joe Pratt, make it a great day.